Hey, it's Gerald Griffith here again with Guide to 575, and we are excited about doing another Community Spotlight. The Community Spotlight today is with Circle of Friends located right in downtown Woodstock, and I have the pleasure today to be meeting and interviewing with the founder of Circle of Friends, Miss Diane Keene. How are you doing this morning?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing great.
Awesome.
Well, I appreciate you taking the time out of your busy schedule to share with me and us, the viewing audience, more about Circle of Friends and tell us more about your mission and what you do here in downtown Woodstock. And so I'm looking forward to learning more about it all.
Thank you.
So what is Circle of Friends?
Circle of Friends is, it came out of some research that we did related to supports that were available or needed for adults with intellectual and developmental disabilities. And when we did this targeted community assessment, we looked at the responses from the local community, and the top three needs identified were socialization, supportive employment, different than what many of our friends have already had, and supportive attainable housing. And so we developed our mission based on those top three needs, and they really are woven together, so they don't stand alone. But we know as adults who live in the community that we want to be with people, we want to have an opportunity to work, and we need a place to live. And so that's our goal. And so our mission is those three.
Right, and how long has the organization been around?
So we did the assessment in May of 2019, and we incorporated in August of 2019. And we received our nonprofit status in 2021.
That's excellent. Now, I think most people who've been around the circuit here in downtown Woodstock would come in and they may associate you with the coffee shop. Mm-hmm. So can you share a little bit about how the coffee shop fits into the overall mission of Circle of Friends?
Yes, so this has been our biggest billboard. This is really, it's given us access to many people. That's how we met. Most of our friends in downtown Woodstock. We were in the midst of COVID, and our young adults were very lonely. We had started coming back together at Hickory Flat Church. We were meeting outside, and one of our parents and the director of our social program said that she had seen something on social media, I guess, that they were looking for proposals to run the coffee shop here in the circuit.
Right.
And so we submitted a proposal along with, I guess, several other coffee shops, and we really didn't know a lot about coffee. We love coffee, but our friends at Alma have helped us a lot. What we knew we wanted to do was have a place for our friends to work, which would be our first attempt at supportive employment. When I say supportive employment, I mean some things are challenging for some of our friends, like they are for us sometimes too. Right. And sometimes they might need a little bit of help, and then they might need that help again, and then they might need that help again. And so we keep, we're persistent with how we support our friends, and we give a lot of grace, because sometimes we might say or do something that we need some feedback to help improve our work ethic or our behavior or whatever it might be. So that's kind of what we do. What we found was, though, that our friends are really excellent baristas and very capable, and their abilities are far beyond what we expected. So wow. It's been awesome.
Well, that's wonderful, and I think it's one of those things where when people have an opportunity to feel like they've earned something, that they've been a part of something, I would think that also helps build their confidence in the community, while adding value to an organization at the same time. So are there any particular highlights? Obviously you kind of had to deal with going through the COVID and things like that. Are there any particular moments in your experience so far that really just stand out to you?
There are several, and I hate to highlight any one employee because they're all amazing, but one of our friends uses a wheelchair, and so we thought he'd be the greeter, and then we didn't realize his wheelchair basically transforms, and he was able to stand up and then be the cashier. And he also has been able to be the barista too. So he's been able to do far more than we expected. Awesome. And then really all of our young adults have thrived here. So we've had several who started with us, and they've gone on to, I won't say full-time employment, but employment that offered them more hours. So, yeah, so we've been a springboard for some, and then we've been a landing place for others.
Wow. Well, I personally want to commend you for it, because I know that working with people who have unique needs can be a challenge, and it takes a certain personality and mindset in order to do that, and again, extend that grace and patience. It's not for everyone. There are people that even in a more traditional workplace that struggle with that human interaction part. So I think it's always something commendable when people work in those environments that can be challenging, I'm sure, from time to time, because you have to adjust to each individual and their needs versus seeing them maybe in a more traditional sense, and assumptions that go along with it. Now, there's one area, I know you all have a special event coming up. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yes, so we have our inaugural gala. It is November 4th. It's going to be at His Hands Church. We can seat 228 people, and we're hoping to fill it. The purpose of this is to raise money for our community. So we are looking to create a live, work, play type community where we would have a microcosm of the community living together. So we don't want just adults with disabilities or special abilities. We want adults with disabilities, typical peers, and older adults, much like we have in the community, because we believe, and research has confirmed, that this mixture of people brings value to everyone. So our older adults who maybe are retired and have kind of their roles diminish as they get older, their children move out, they might retire and they don't have their work anymore, they still benefit. They do benefit from volunteerism. Their well-being enhances when they work with others. And our young adults, they need meaning and purpose. And so in order for them to interact with others and have a mentor say, hey, why don't you come help me with this? Or, we're just envisioning a community where people interact together.
That's
the hard
amazing.
nut to crack is the affordability aspect, because our young adults live on, some of them, $750 a month if they have Social Security disability.
Wow.
So how do you make that happen? That's what we're working on. Hence the gala, the fundraiser. We're trying to involve the community, because we can't do this alone. This is a community effort.
That's awesome. Is there a place where they can go, someone watching this video can go and find out more about the gala?
Yes, so we have a new website, circleoffriendsinc.org. That's a long website, but it's circleoffriendsinc.org. And there are links on the website to the gala and the ability to buy tickets or be a sponsor. We still have our naming sponsor is available, so if somebody is interested in that, you can do that. If you just want to buy 2 tickets or 1 ticket, you can do that. We have a silent auction and many beautiful things that people in the local community have donated. So we're going to have some great opportunities to donate and get an awesome auction item in return. We have some entertainers and a wonderful dinner planned. It's going to be a great night.
It sounds like it. I'm going to have to check that out myself.
Yes, yes.
Well, I appreciate you taking the time out again to share a little bit. I know, people that have maybe come by, they've seen the coffee shop, or maybe they've seen or heard miscellaneous things online, and hopefully this gives them a slightly bigger picture of what the organization is all about. Of course, they can go to the website and learn even more about what you have going on, your mission, and maybe ways that they can volunteer or contribute to the cause in some way.
Yes, awesome. Thank you so much for this opportunity to chat.
Absolutely. Well, again, thank you for joining us. And this is Gerald again with Guide to 575, where we try to take you beyond the tree line and allow you to learn more about the organizations and businesses and just different things that exist here in our corridor that we call I-575. So until next time, see you then.